Yeah. Yeah. I am. Yeah, I think I am. Ready to go. Hello, everyone.
So,
Welcome to the first round of Swiss. We're starting on Spice Mine Run. This was the track determined.
Layout and good luck, Blue.
And
See you after the match.
okay,
Yeah.
good luck. So, hello, everyone. Welcome to another round of the Swiss. First round, we're starting on Spice Mine Run. That's all of them. I'm Game Draco. We have Domirae versus Blue. Domirae is the current reigning champion of the game, and Blue is a new speedrunner to this, though he has world records in readout and grip, which is interesting. But this is kind of apples and oranges because this game is such a radically different racing game. And let's see how this goes, because I have no idea what to expect, but so let's see and here we go. And yeah. And we're just waiting for players to select a racer. Okay, we have the countdown starting. This is going to be round 1 on Spice Mine Run. Curious to see how this goes. Hopefully both will know how to do the cutscene manip. And we should... Dom's having a little bit of fun, it looks like. Up here we go. Blue's off. Here's Dom using the cutscene manip. That's to get the dozer on the third lap in a better, less precarious position. And we have about a 11-second difference. So here we go. Going into, yeah, going into the corkscrew cage. And here is Dom into the corkscrew cage. Coming out of the market section at about, oof. And we have a 118 from Blue. Let's see what Dom's coming in. Looks like a 114. Yep, a 114.6.06 for Dom. And we have this is the spike boost seen going through here. Yep, Dom floored it on the boost. Underheating quite badly for blue. No, not too bad. And here we go into the minecart area. So wow. Oof. Here we go. Don't think the Dozer will be in a precarious spot. 117. I don't think the Dozer will be in a precarious spot for blue at the pace he is going. And let's see, here comes the Dozer on the final lap. This is what's got a lot of people in the past. Yep, it's in a decent position for blue. The last precarious for Dom. And here we are. It's almost 11 sync. And this is kind of crazy. Dom is about to pass. Careful. Here we go. Dom is now passing blue despite being 11 seconds ahead without the timers going out. There's Dom fully maxed out heat. And we're seeing probably a 339. 338? 338.960. Ooh, that is a really solid time for in general, let alone on tournament. And wow, I think that might be a tourney record. That might be a tourney record. Wow. So now we're going to be going into the track pool. Into looks like Dom did not expect that. Yeah, weird. Hey, it's actually pretty good that you came out clean, Blue. That's pretty impressive. So next we're going to Ocularis Classic, no Beto. Do expect to see a Ben Quadraro smear with that Beto ban. And see, Domirae altering his traction slightly. That's one of the quirks of this game is traction frame rate. You alter them to get more optimum handling for each track. Very, very bizarre how that was programmed in. So, and on the PC version with both of them are playing, it's a variable frame rate. So you have to use a frame cap, and we are legally allowed in tournament to do it between 24 to 60 frames per second, which is which coincides to the lowest frame rate of a console in the 64 at 24 to the highest in the ASPER ports for Xbox, Switch, and PS4, 5. Oh, and the countdown's coming. So, we're starting.
It's a new lap record.
So we're just waiting on both to do it. Playing it. I'm having some fun while waiting for the countdown. Here we go. This should be the real start. Don't need to do a cutscene minute here. And we have about a 5-second difference. Hopefully that went through. Yep, here we go. We're at a 5-second sync. Now they're really close to each other. Blue doing really good for being a rookie. Ooh! That was dicey. So now here we go. Into the final figure 8. Oof! Think it's a bonks. Looks like Blue hasn't quite got comfortable with the slide mechanic. This is a really tricky thing to do. Looks like it's still a solid fast time for Blue at a 59. And do you see a difference in divergence? Blue not having a computer player. You know, Dom has one of the, no, that's not really optimal to go over the jump. So, but yeah. Dom taking a commanding lead. Looks like Blue is still not quite comfortable with sliding in this portion of Aqualar's Classic. Ooh. Yeah.
It's a new lap record.
56 certainly is improving. I thought for a second Blue was going to clip the wall. That was such a close call. We should see Dom passing Clay Holdfast. He just passed Clay Holdfast. And Dom coming in with a 335. 335.879. Jeez. Despite having a finger injury, he is still showing his domination of the game and just his skill. Pretty impressive. And 253 is not bad for a rookie. So now we're going on to... Yep! Blue saying in chat, said no deaths again, nice. And Blue saying no, not dying is fun. I think I released boost too much. Ha, probably so. Next we're going to Inferno. No Ben, no Mars, no Mahonic. So I expect to see Bowles, Beto, or Elon Mack here. I suspect Domirae is going to go for bowls here. Blue already selected his racer for just waiting on Dom. Oh man. Let's. You're doing pretty good for a rookie, Blue. Looks like Domirae is using Elon Mac, which has a rich history on this track of beating players using Mars Guo, and Blue using Bullseye and Avoir. Okay, I would not. Yeah, Bullseye. I would not. Bullseye is the safe pick, but certainly way slower. So. Oh, let's hope that. Yeah, this track is also Inferno is the final track you unlock in the game. You have to beat all three of the amateur, semi-pro, and galactic pod racing circuits in fulls for it to appear. It's also where you unlock Ben Quarnaros, who is the fastest fully upgraded pod in the game. So, hopefully Blue did not do a real start, and Dom is still. Oh, here we go. This is good. Here we go. Here we go. About a 6.5 second. About 6.5 seconds. Let's see how this goes. Dom already way ahead of Blue just from Elon Mac just being a significantly faster pod than Bullseye on this track. Oh no! Oof, this track can kill you in a lot of spots. This is a really brutal track. And going over the lava also heats you up. 49-second lap for Domirae. $59 for Blue. That's unfortunate. Ooh, taking a little slip, it doesn't crash. Still 48. Falls into the lava. No, that's not really good. You do not want to stay over that lava because if you stay over it too long, it will catch you on fire. 54 seconds. So, yeah, we're having... Oh, man. Domirae coming in with a 225.835. Really fast time. Match point for Domirae. Yikes, Blue! That going over the lava is scaring me! And Blue coming in with a 248.
It's a new lap record.
And we are... And... And now we are going to... Now we are going to Scrapper, and now for Blue's final tricks pick, it is Scrapper's Run with Skips, then Quaternaro's Band. Oh, poor Blue, says in chat. Now the one I haven't even played without counting the career. That was today's, though, so I should remember it. Yikes. Okay, yeah. Domirae asking that Blue is asking Domirae about his finger. So... Yep, Domirae going with Bull's Roar. And Blue once again going with Bullseye. I would have gone with probably Mars here, even though his hitbox is absurdly huge. A lot more fast, also fast and reliable. But, yeah. Bulls is the second fastest pod in the game after Dragon Quaternaros. And there's that caution wall of death that Blue hit. That is, if you touch that wall, you pretty much get killed almost all the time. And you also can see that the textures are slightly different on Dom's End versus Blue. That's because, for some odd reason, when this game was originally made back in 1999, that the textures were only correct on the Nintendo 64 version. And like a year or two ago, we made a aesthetic patch for it, which fixed it to the correct N64 textures, which are intended to be correct in other versions, but didn't go through. So, checking on this. Countdown has already been given, so we are going to hopefully see them restart soon. Okay, it looks like blue is. There's blue. Here we go. This looks like the start. Blue is off. About a 1.5 second difference. Whoops! I did the wrong sync. Oh, guess I have to do a little bit. 42 is not that bad with bullseye. And Dom really showing off the real gutsiness of the skip by going all the way through. Jeez. We have 37 from Dom. Dom showing off the real high point of the skip. Here we go. Oof. Nero dodges the caution wall of death. We have Domirae coming in with a 152. 152.536. This side. And let's see what blue comes up with. 205.64.
Hello.
No, hey blue!
Hey,
I died only once.
Yeah, that was really good. You did. I was impressed with both of you today because you pulled off some really insane Tom with a hand injury.
yeah, I've actually been icing my finger in between these races to like keep
Yeah.
it kind of numb.
Yeah,
But it wasn't too bad. It was better than I expected in terms of the pain.
Yeah.
But yeah. I'm pretty happy with the runs I got, and I'm really impressed with how well you did, Blue, with how little experience
yes. Same thing with you, Blue. It was really
Yeah.
impressive to see you do what you did.
Yeah, I'm really impressed by myself as well. I expected to crash a lot more. I had some moments on Aquilaris for sure where I thought I was dead on that ending section of the lap, but somehow my pod didn't explode, so yeah, I take it as a success.
There you
Yeah.
go. Only one death in 4 races better than most people do in turn. I hate to say it, but it's true.
Yeah.
You know, like that's really good.
Yeah, this is a game where it's pretty easy to die in, as even the most skilled players take crashes during matches and tournament.
Yeah, I mean they also push a little bit harder probably than me. Every time I didn't feel in the control, I just stopped boosting to get a little bit more of that turning power. so maybe I was too
Yeah.
careful in some places.
Yeah, this game is kind of a high risk, high reward game.
Certainly, and I really had fun with those last two picks that you had there, the Inferno pick and Scrapper's pick. You don't know how terrified I was of dying just for the sake of doing the skip with Bowls. Luckily, I didn't, but it would be so easy to die doing the skip with him.
Wait, so you did try the skip or not?
Oh yeah, no, I got it 3 out of 3 times. I didn't save very
Okay.
much time by doing it, but but it was fun. I was like, if I'm gonna be racing against you, I might as well just go for it. Worst case scenario, I die. It's whatever. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
If I lose a race from being stupid, then at least I can say that I was just stupid for doing it.
Yeah, it was pretty. But yeah, I saw you jumping it, and that was just like I was like, well, I had a feeling you would go with Bowls anyway, Dom. I just know you too well.
He's still good in that situation. You take out Ben, and Bowles is just the best, man. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah, I know, but it was just like it was pretty funny, and yeah, I would have actually since you. And I know you noticed you did the safe pick with Bullseye for Inferno and
Yeah.
Scrapper's Run.
Yeah, I mean, just today I was playing the career from the start because I kinda didn't have enough money on my main save to get all the upgrades, but thankfully Dom saved me with save files, so thank you very much for that.
Yeah, no problem, man. But it is kind of crazy to think like you didn't even have access to the full upgrades.
Like I was playing Ben before when I was practicing, and I just didn't buy the best engine because like I think Ben maxes out the top speed without the best engine. So I just
Yeah,
had
Yes,
that
he
set
does.
up. Yeah, I had that set up, and then I wanted to switch to a different pod to see how it
Yeah,
handles, and then I noticed that I don't have best parts and I cannot afford them.
yeah, I noticed. Yeah, because Ben, Bowles, and Sabulba max out their top speed with a plug 5, and Bullseye doesn't max out until the highest upgrade in a block 6.
Yeah, so without it, I would be handicapped even more.
Yeah. And you will be using Bullseye in this game for 2 tracks in Gravine Gateway and Fire Mountain Eye. Those are probably the hardest and most winding tracks in the game, where the skills on other tracks don't necessarily apply to those two.
Okay, I know which tracks to ban now, thank you.
Yeah. So, yeah, this was a. But no, I was impressed with both of you today because knowing that you played through a hand injury, Dom, and you playing through as a rookie, hopefully now that you're done with this round of Swiss, you can rest your hand for a little bit in between the brackets so when you schedule next time,
Yeah.
Dom, for your next match.
That's what I'm kind of hoping too. Like take like 2.5, 3 weeks between this and the next match, and then it just shouldn't be a problem, hopefully.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens.
But remember, you should get a harder opponent next time. So
The other thing also,
Possibly.
one other thing to mention too in this Swiss bracket is that you should be prepared as you go deeper into the Swiss to get a more evenly matched players as you go through the Swiss bracket, because the way the Swiss is structured is that you are paired against players who have the same win-loss record as you.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So as you
I'm
get
looking.
deeper,
Yeah, sorry.
so as you go deeper into the Swiss, prepare for a more evenly matched fight.
Yeah, I'm looking for that 4th match win. Beware.
For sure. Yeah. Anyway, I thank you for showing up on Racing Day. This was pretty impressive. And we have currently in the book docket, we have Paige versus Nate Man at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on Thursday, and King Bing versus Radiant Variant on Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern.
And
Yeah,
I would
those
like
are gonna be
and
some
I
fun
would like
matches.
to thank you for commentating our match.
You're welcome. This is fun.
Yeah, it's good
Yay!
to have you, Draco. And good, like I said earlier, good job, Blue. Keep up the good
Yeah.
work, man. You got a long road ahead of you, but you can definitely make it happen if you want to.
Yeah, and I wish you a lot of health in the upcoming weeks. No more
Thank you.
rocks hurting your
I don't need any
whatever
more.
that was.
I'm good.
Okay, GG.
All right. Yeah. May the force be with you, everybody.
Good luck, everyone. May the force be with you.
Yeah.